Yesterday we saw a presentation where we showed the largest solar thermal system in US, and after that I realized that it was supplied by one of our companies, so I was very happy about that. It was a presentation from Ken Smith from St. Paul. Anyway, I should talk about what is going on in Europe, and I should talk about Active House. The European Commission has set up some very ambitious targets for the member states in Europe. You probably have heard about the 2020 targets, which is 20% CO2 reduction, 20% renewable energy, and 20% energy efficiency. And they have asked the member states that the energy supply, that the energy system in the individual countries should fit this requirement by 2020. And there are set up some very ambitious medium targets to reach this. They also would like to go even further than what is mentioned up there. They would like to go to 30% reduction in CO2 emissions. But you know about the political situation that one needs to agree with a number of countries, and if other countries are ready, the Commission have said they are ready as well. So we have some quite ambitious targets in this field. They are also putting it directly to buildings. And on buildings, they are saying that in 2020, all new buildings should be near to zero energy buildings. And already in 2018, they are saying that all public buildings, all new public buildings should be near to zero energy buildings. So we have a really ambitious target on the European scale at the moment within buildings, and there's a lot of development going on in that field. We have heard several times that 40% of the energy is used that we use is used in buildings, but one thing that we often forget, it is that we build buildings for people to be inside the buildings. It's very, very important to keep in mind, why are we building buildings? It's not to save energy, it's to create a situation where people are inside those buildings. And that is very important to keep that in mind, especially when we're talking about future requirement, because it's not a big problem to make a building which is not using much energy, but it is maybe a challenge to build a building that is not using much energy and at the same time create very good indoor comfort for the people who are inside that building. And that is a selling point for new buildings. It is not a selling point that you're not using much energy, it's a selling point that you are having a building which has a very good indoor comfort and people would like to be in it. Therefore, we have made a vision, and the vision is that buildings could create healthier and more comfortable life for their occupants without having a negative impact on the climate and environment, moving us towards a cleaner world. That is the Active House vision and ambition.